Alrighty everybody, so today, as you can maybe see what we're looking at by maybe the title and by the very first thing that's on here, we're talking about wheels. So as a beginner, I have done, just grabbing it, minute little details here and there with modifying this. I have a lot of projects that's coming with this specific car, and we'll see what's going on. So as you can see, I've gotten it dirty. Definitely not my first time driving anymore. I love this thing. It's great. It's a nice little trail crawler. I've been taking pretty deep. I mean, it's dirty right now, but I've been, taking care of it as much as I can. These, as you can see, these little drive shafts, they are getting scuffed up. I have metal ones coming in this weekend that I'm gonna have after this video. You guys get to see it. They come in tomorrow. So you guys get to see it to get the full length video. So I'll have it separated out if you look in the little time thing. But for now, we are just worried about the wheels because I got those in today. Okay, so we have, this is how it came out of the foam. I don't have the foam right with me. So out of the foam, I'll go ahead and get you guys a white background so you can kind of see with a little bit more detail the actual rim. Just black. It's got silver. It's another INJORA product. I'm a big fan of INJORA currently for FMS parts, and it comes with 1, 2, 3. It comes with all 4. And the one thing that I was worried about and nobody has said anything about yet is this one I've kind of taken apart. So ignore this for now. I'll get to that. So these little black pieces in here, these little hexes, being a starter, I just did not know you can pop these out. And I knew that you could pop these out. My fear was, is it actually going to fit into the rim? Yes. Basically, any INJORA rim will fit to answer that question. So it fits, it's in there snug, and it doesn't add too much weight. You don't want to have too much weight on your actual wheel from what I've seen. You kind of want to find a little happy balance, or else you're putting too much stress on your transmission. So let me go ahead and get the tires on these guys, and I will be back, and I will show you the physical difference between these. So also, I'm very sorry, these are the tires that I will be putting on them currently. Okay, so I have successfully put the tire on. So let me go ahead and I broke it down for myself. This was a little bit easier seeing it set out like that. So we know that this guy was, I think, 8.2 grams. The 0.2 comes from that little plastic hex thing. This one already has it, I already swapped it. This guy, almost 20 grams. So we're getting about roughly just double. Let me go ahead and finish these out. I'll do a little time lapse of that, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how it looks on the truck. So I'm just gonna start that time lapse. All right, and that is the first wheel. It looks like a lot. It is a lot, actually. Let's just throw it on the car, I guess. Why not? So I already got the black thingy in there. What you'll do next is you're gonna need these little push thingies. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, you'll need to keep these. If you take apart your car, be careful. I almost lost one. So making sure that this is clear. Okay. Finding the hole. Cool. Cool. And then this guy, you can try to line it up and then just turn it. Should just drop into place at some point, to some degree. Those look mean as hell. Oh boy. Oh boy. Those are beefy. Those are much beefier than that guy right there. Not by much, but it is. And that's all that matters. And then you'll grab your little hex nylon nut. And then grab your hex nylon nut. I got a whole kit. I'll link this too. This is awesome. I love INJORA. Sponsor me. Just basically just... I've been liking them so far. They've been good. All right. That's what it looks like on the truck. Okay, and with a lot of camera troubles with the gimbal losing its balance, I have successfully got this done. So I'm sorry that there's a lot of cuts, but I have a very unconventional way of recording this. But I got the second one on. Let's go ahead and throw it on the truck. I'm gonna put it on the front and make sure it has a thingy. It does have a thingy. And I'm gonna make sure to get this in its proper hole. Alrighty, and I'll make sure that this guy goes down on that little proper hole. That was actually pretty nice. Load up that guy, plop it down. Okay, and I do have to use my hand for this, so I'm very sorry that's shaky. My gimbal has overheated. I don't know how. I have no clue why. I will investigate that later. I know this is all a mess. Ugh, screw that. Okay, so... Sorry. So I took the screw out. Let me go ahead and get it. Let me go ahead and just get everything back on. You guys saw me already had to do one. Let me go ahead and get it all back on, and I will be back, and I will be driving it. So, one moment. Alrighty, well, I went ahead and I threw it on there, threw it on my table, tested it out. It works pretty damn well. So, key notes here are when this is fully turned at the 100 mark and it is propped up against its own weight, it will rub a tiny bit. Now, the reason why these guys are only a tiny bit is because of this. Here, I'll show you just one sec. I gotta take the top off. Alrighty, and as you can see right there on the shocks, and I'm new to RC, so if this is like old news, let me know, because I'm sure it is. There are 3 pegs here. There's 1, 2, and then the one that this is currently screwed into. Now, stock, they come in this hole here. So, I got about maybe a centimeter more clearance, maybe 5 to 8 millimeters, right? Which is just enough for me to feel comfortable running this guy as is. And you just do that with all 4 of them, and you're rocking and rolling. Like, the only complaint that I can have is, let me stack 2 tires to show you. Stack 2 tires and put the turning to max is that is my only complaint, because when you come out of the corner, I mean, it clears it, right? I know I'm doing it by hand, so it might not be perfect, but that is pretty good. Another thing is I went back to watch the other videos that people have done, and I forgot one really important step, and that's why you can see that each one of these has a little bit. This one not so much. It's here, I'll point it out to you. So, see this little bubble right here? Let me get the light down right directly on it. And this one's not too bad. Probably, yeah, right here, you'll see that there is an opening. These don't seal very well because when you're putting these on, it's not like a real life tire. So the air wants to go somewhere else, which is why you would vent these. And I tried to on this back wheel. And I tried to, trust me, I did. And get that little booger off. Let me see. Actually, it did pretty well. You can still see, move this up, move the light over. Right here, it's kind of separated, which just means that there's any kind of pressure, or I just didn't put it on right. Get this pine needle out. And I know I said acorns in the last video, the first video that I did like this, so my apologies, everybody. So on this one, I took these tweezers, I poked a hole, and I kind of widened it out. That is still not enough. You're gonna need a little bit more than that. So what I saw is people, drill through the silver part here. They'll drill through the actual tire, which is probably what I'll do. I'll probably find a little hole punch or something, get a little, probably not in the sidewall because that's very protective, but probably somewhere like within this tread. Alrighty, everybody, and so from here, what you can see is I've got these in. What I found easier was to just put the ones on the transmission in first and then put these last ones in. That way you can spin the axle to get it into that one, whereas this one you can kind of just push on this part specifically, this little connector, and push that together. And I gotta say, it is a lot better. That little stump in my very first video that I got high centered on, completely go over with the new rims. I also raised it up just a tiny bit. There's 3 holes where this guy is. Kind of hard to see with the shell on, but there's 3 holes and they're adjusting. So you could lower it too if your wheels or if your wheels were too small. And they are coming out with 0.9s here shortly. And then I also have this pack of little random things. I don't know if I'm gonna keep all of it in there, but I do really like that guy in the front, and then this guy in the back right here. I don't know. I might switch that up, don't get me wrong, but I think it looks pretty badass like that. And then I definitely need to put the things back on whenever I'm doing videos, so. Yeah, and then the wheels are off because I forgot to vent them. I don't have a hole punch, but I took the this 0.05 hex driver, and I just pushed it all the way down to roughly around here on this side. And then I kind of just twisted it, made sure that it was going, and then pulled it a little bit. So it's not you can't super tell that there's holes in it. And I put 3 holes in the tire because I didn't know if it was enough. Looks like it is now. Like you saw previously, I was stretching and pulling it. You can't really stretch and pull it anymore. So it has a good seal now. There are some places like this little spot I need to go over. I blame more the tire on that because the tire is slightly too big for this guy. So that could just be me, could be the tire, I'm not exactly sure. I bet it's just user error because it's my first time. But that is definitely something that I need to go ahead and fix up. And you'll see it in my next trail video. But it's looking like it's gonna be a great project. If I helped anybody, let me know because I'm a complete beginner. And yeah, it's a lot nicer. And this kit for the drivetrain is only about $15 on Amazon with shipping. I was the last person to buy the Prime one, so that was nice. But it's there, it's rocking, it's rolling. I haven't had any troubles. I just wanted to get it back inside so I could actually properly fit the tires. And yeah, so I still have this guy I tried to do last night. Yeah, it has a bubble there. I think it's more to do with the tires than the actual rims or the actual wheel part of it. So yeah, but I will keep you guys updated on this build. I also have another shell coming in, so I can customize that. We'll see how that goes. I'll take you through that process of me learning how to do it. And yeah, I hope it was entertaining, a little bit useful. I'm sorry for the shaky camera right now because gimbal's dead. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.